Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, at least for myself, because we all know that there's a certain YouTuber who does some very interesting conspiracy theories that all of us like to watch. So I thought I was going to do some too. But instead of doing well-researched and actual conspiracy theories, I thought I would make some up about myself with the help of some of my friends. So, here we go. I'm also going to put makeup on while I do this because I'm going to film another video today. And Hadley's sitting right here eating Cheerios in her little seat. Now, I'm going to make this video as, what do you call it? Stupid as possible because that's just who I am. So, yeah. Okay, conspiracy number 1 is that Hadley isn't real. Or at least that she's not my baby. So, this conspiracy stems from the fact that I wanted to do YouTube ever since I was a little kid. Because I pretty much grew up watching Shane Dawson and Jenna Marbles, even though that's probably inappropriate content for an 8-year-old, but that's just what I did. But I always wanted to do YouTube and I never had anything to talk about for my channel. And so the theory is that I faked my teen pregnancy so I could have a topic for my channel and a way to get more views on my channel because it's more searchable than other topics I could do, I guess. So basically this theory is that Hadley isn't actually my baby and I'm just borrowing somebody else's baby while I'm filming to make it more realistic. So, is this theory real or not? The world may never know. And then I asked my friend who came up with this theory how I did my pregnancy shots, and she said that I was just really bloated, and you know what? Accurate. So yeah, that's how I faked my teen pregnancy. And that baby, I don't know where she came from. I paid $20 an hour to have her in my videos, so this is why I try to film really fast. Conspiracy number 2. Hadley is actually my twin that I absorbed in the womb. Now, this conspiracy is very interesting because it's very, well thought out. Props to Zoe for thinking of this one. So basically, this theory is that my mom got pregnant with twins when she got pregnant with me, and I absorbed my other twin in the womb, and I absorbed the twin into my uterus, and it was just in my body my whole life, but then once I hit puberty, the baby started to develop, as it would if it was a regular baby in my womb, and the baby started to develop, and eventually I gave birth to her. So basically she was in my womb for my whole life, and she just started to develop once I hit puberty, and became that little monster right there. Yeah. Look, she's trying to attack me. Oh my god. That one was very well thought out. I thought it was interesting. Okay. This third one is from Anna. And it's that I'm actually a virgin. Or I was a virgin when I got pregnant, at least. And that I cheated on Isaac, who was my boyfriend, with God. And got pregnant. So I had sex with him to cover up. But the reason that Hadley looks like him is because God was helping me out, so he will never find out. And that's actually is what happened. Don't tell him. That one's not my best, I'm sorry. Okay, the fourth one is that Hadley and I switched lives. So, after birth, Hadley rapidly grew and I rapidly shrank until Hadley was my size and a carbon copy of me, and I was Hadley's size and a carbon copy of her. And she developed all of my memories and I lost all of my memories in a transfer through the placenta after it was expelled from my body. So, basically, that's why Hadley is always screaming, because it's me crying for help to get me out of that baby's body. Because I still have the slightest memories of when I was me. That's why she's saying mama right now, because she knows that her mama is actually... The theory behind this one is not as strong as some of the other ones, but hear me out. This was done as a test by the lizards that live in the moon. So basically they're testing their technology of memory transplants because science, and they need to know, and so they test it on humans. And Hadley needs more Cheerios. And so basically when these lizards that live on the moon figure this technology out, they're probably going to use it for good to educate humans with people that have a natural ability to learn easier than others. mama, and with that natural ability they're just going to transfer information into other people's minds, or so they're going to use this technology to transfer information from the minds of baby boomers or Gen X, and they're going to transfer it into the Gen Z and Gen Alpha generation, which is my generation and Had's generation, and then they're going to use that to make our generation smarter. So basically the newborns are all going to have the knowledge of like a 50-year-old man. So then with that knowledge we'll be able to progress the Earth farther, and then eventually we'll be able to communicate with the moon and with other planets because of the fact that the newborns are already like 50 years ahead of where they usually would be. Hadley just learned how to clap too, so that's also her trying to tell us that she's actually me. So now, this last theory is the most thought out and most convincing one that I have, and it is that Hadley is trying to kill me. I had to cover her ears so she doesn't know that I know, because I'm scared. So, she knows that I know. She knows that I know. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So this theory is very in-depth. It starts in the beginning of my pregnancy. I was constantly sick and tired. I had no energy to do anything at all, and I constantly felt like literal death. I had constant nausea. I couldn't go through the whole day without taking a nap, or even like 2 or 3 if we're being quite honest. And then I also had heartburn that was so bad I couldn't sleep at night, and I quite literally felt like I was going to die once or twice. So yeah, that's where it started. And then shortly after, I had really bad low blood sugar, so if I didn't eat, I would literally get to the point where I would almost pass out. Like if I went from like 8 to 11 without having a snack, I would start to see spots, and I would start to feel like really faint and start to see like black spots, and like I would almost pass out. So that was Hadley's like second like try to kill me. And then around 4 months of my pregnancy, 4.5, she started to beat me from the inside. She punched and kicked me, like literally trying to kill me from the inside. She was trying to beat me and like make me die from beating me. After a while, you could see her punching and kicking me from my womb, and she was just trying to kill me. It wasn't like her moving around, it wasn't her doing anything like productive. She was literally just trying to kill me. So this third one is where it gets serious. So I went into labor 5 weeks early, and this might just seem kind of normal because, you know, sometimes your body just goes into labor, but this is because Hadley was trying to kill me. So I went into labor because I had a UTI, which, if you don't know, is a urinary tract infection. And so, since I had a UTI, my body was trying to get the baby out of me so she wouldn't get hurt. But this was her plan all along, because my UTI was undiagnosed until I went to the hospital going into labor with her. So basically, her plan was for me to have a UTI and give birth to her, but for me to go septic shortly after and die after she was already born. Don't tell her I know that. But that was her plan. And since they caught my UTI early on, I was able to get antibiotics and be safe from that. But who would have known if they didn't catch that, right? She would have known. But nobody else. Next one, I have physical proof of. So this is that she tried to scratch through my body so hard, breaking on the inside of my uterus, that I have scars on my stomach from it. See, she's looking away. See, I have scars. Those are from her. That was her trying to split my skin open. Don't act innocent over there, Hadley. You know what you did. She was trying to split open my skin so I would burst and she could come out. Did you see how big my stomach was? That was her plan. Don't tell her that I know. She's gonna kill me faster. I fear my life. So, this next part is where it gets serious, because her influence was outside of me. It reached the doctors. So, after her attempt to bust me open, she convinced my doctor to forcibly remove her through the use of a drug called Pitocin. She was 3 days past her due date, which after this, her new plan became to bust me open, quite literally. So she just kept getting bigger and bigger and not coming out, and she just wanted me to... She's starting to catch on that, I know. Her plan was for me to burst, but then once she realized that that was going to take a long time, she convinced my doctor to forcibly remove her with Pitocin. So I had to get induced. This was her plan because she knew she was finally ready to come out and end my life. I just keep feeding her Cheerios too. Let's try to save myself. Once I went to the hospital for getting my Pitocin, I started to experience some pain, and it wasn't that bad at first. So I was like, okay, I feel fine right now. I feel like I can do this. I'm going to get through this. And then she convinced my doctor to remove the final barrier that I had between me and her that was cushioning me and keeping me safe. This is the reason that she couldn't burst me open. And this was my water that was surrounding her, my amniotic fluid that was surrounding my baby and protecting me from her so she couldn't directly hit me. My daughter convinced the doctor to break it. So she took a long hook and she shoved it up my hoo-ha and she popped the water. And now, all of this fluid rushed out of me, and instantly I was in tremendous pain, horrible pain, because I felt all of these horrible contractions starting. Oh my god, she's trying to kill me. Oh my god. I felt all of these horrible contractions starting, and I was in tremendous pain the whole time. And so, while I was in this pain, I was in this pain for more than 2 hours of just horrible, horrible pain. But she was impatient and she wanted to get out fast. So I wasn't in labor for as long as some other ladies have been. But once I started pushing, her shoulder got stuck on the way out. And she did this on purpose because she's trying to kill me. Her shoulder got stuck on the way out. You heard that right. She tore me. That was her trying to rip me in half. By my hoo-ha. She tried to rip me in an attempt to kill me. And then the doctor snapped right out of the hypnosis that Hadley had put her under. And then after she placed this screaming baby on my chest, she sewed up my tear because she finally realized that this baby was trying to kill me. She sewed me up so I wouldn't bleed out, and then I was left with this monster demon baby who was trying to kill me. So now, since she's been born, she beats me every day. Every day she beats me. She hits me. She pulls my hair. She pinches me. And now that she has teeth, she bites me. These are all her attempts to weaken me and kill me. The last one is the most convincing one that I have. See, she's doing it right now. She's pinching me. She's trying to kill me. Oh my god. See that? She's hitting the table, and she has this look in her eye that says, "You're next." So I keep giving her Cheerios so she doesn't try to eat me, but she does eat me. Ever since the day she was born, she drinks milk from my body. So, the thing about this is that it takes calories to produce milk, and she eats so much because she knows that it's hard to keep up with that and eat enough calories to sustain my body. And so here's where the numbers line up. Is that she's eaten so much from me that I weigh 12 pounds less than I did before I got pregnant, but she's gained 12 pounds since she was born. Now, this weight she's gained from me. She's stolen it from me, and her plan is to make me so underweight that I die. She's even trying to turn the dog onto her side by feeding him her Cheerios. I don't know who sent her to kill me. I don't know if it was the Illuminati. I don't know if it was the CIA. I don't know if it was God himself. But I know that it's 100% fact that she's trying to kill me. This is not a conspiracy. This is fact. There's all the proof to line it up. I fear my life. Look at her. She's trying to look innocent. Does that look like the face of an innocent baby? Does it? Yeah. Does that look like the face of an innocent baby? I don't see one right there. That's a killer. That right there is a killer. And also there's a makeup brush. But that's a killer! Look at her. She's plotting her next moves. She's trying to communicate with the dog and tell him to get it. I'm in danger. Look at her. I'm scared. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Anyways, that's about it for my conspiracy theories. Even though the last one is not a theory. The last one is not a theory. Okay, but the rest of those were conspiracy theories. The last one is not a theory. It's not. Don't tell Heather. She's trying to kill me in real life. Don't tell her I know. But, okay, yeah, that's it for my conspiracy theories. I didn't do my eyebrows or my mascara because I got a little bit distracted with that last one, trying to get you to help me. But yeah, I got a little bit distracted, but I'll just finish them off camera when I'm done. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of fun to make conspiracy theories and try to get you to help me because she's right. She knows, guys, she knows. I'm scared, She knows I know. She's smiling at me because she knows I know. What do I do? What do I do? She knows. Thank you so much for watching. If this is my last video, our plan succeeded. Okay, anyways, I don't usually make videos that are this dumb on my channel, but I might make some because this is my channel and I like to do things that are dumb because I'm dumb. Oh my god, she's trying to kill me. Oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, so, anyways, if you have any other dumb videos you'd like to see. Oh no, Hadley. See, she's clapping because she knows.